with pass. Law, he'll do it, he's done it! No, that time by Gaskell. Away goes Giles. Oh, a beautiful ball to Charlton. We're going to see a shot, surely. Giles has got his stopping throw down. It's a familiar sight at Wembley because this turf picks its toll, and it's of course crap. Nasty looking centre. Oh, just the free hit.
Plenty of players forward here. Jimmy Nicholl on the ball. Number 7, Coppell in loads of space, and a save by Ross, and Coppell is there again, and it's got in. Lou Mcilroy. Coppell doing all the hard work, and Lou Mcilroy finishing it off, and Manchester United get the early lead they wanted to take the pressure off. And on these set pieces for Carlisle, the man to watch coming up from the back is the number 4 MacDonald. Good all for that, and there it was! That was the man that got in, MacDonald. The big man's done it, and Carlisle are level. The set-piece move that they've tried so often before works against the cup holders, who have always been a little bit suspect on the cross ball. Over it came, and big Ian MacDonald made contact with his head, and that is 1-1. Mcilroy to take the free kick. Houston getting up. It's a corner. The second early on for Manchester United. There's a very strong high wind blowing around Old Trafford. It's swirling more across the pitch, I think, than from end to end, but it won't help goalkeepers or defenders when the ball is in the air. That was away by Bonnyman. Awkward for Ross, and it's got in, and Lou Mcilroy seems to be making a habit of scoring early against Carlisle. Alan Ross off his line, and the ball from Bonnyman's clearance came back to Mcilroy, and that piece of quick thinking has put Manchester United into the lead. Jimmy Greenough holding things up for Manchester United. They found that Carlisle defence pretty hard to break down since that early goal. But here's Greenough again. Mcilroy in there once more. And again, Greenough to Coppell. To Pearson, 2-0. A real ricochet cliche job inside the area to start with there. Coppell first of all knocked it back in. It almost went across the hill. It came back off the defender to Pearson. He had time to turn, and when his shot came, it went through the goalkeeper's legs. And so a couple of minutes before half-time, Ross is beaten again, and Manchester United have now what looks like a very conclusive lead. Holding given against Buchan on Tate, who thought Buchan thought that Tate was using his arms too, but Carlisle have the free kick. I must say this last 5 or 10 minutes, the third division side have probably had their best spell of the match. Had far more of the ball anyway. Played out to McVitie. Bonnyman tried a shot, and it went loose to Tate. And finally it went in from Nick Tate. And Carlisle are back in this cup tie and get the reward for some dogged determination in this second half. There are 20 minutes to go, and it's Manchester United 2, Carlisle 1. Going to come to Greenough. Mcilroy getting in, and it's gone over the line. Pearson seemed to get the final touch. The ball returned to the far post. Mcilroy got a very good header in, and Stuart Pearson, arriving right on the line, forced the ball in. And after 71 minutes, it's now 3-1. Stretford End have been celebrating these last few minutes since the third goal went in, because these supporters believe that their side could reach Wembley for the third year in succession, something that hasn't happened since the cup final went to Wembley in 1923. Mcilroy out to Greenough. Coppell. Pearson was in there again. Oh, Mcilroy! Mcilroy gets his second of the match and his third of this tie. And Manchester United surely now are on their way to a fourth round match here against West Brom. It's a good ball by Bonnyman. It's going to find Tate. Rafferty has pulled away into the centre. There is Rafferty! Tate away on the right, crossing it for Rafferty coming in, and Carlisle are back at 4-2. The Buchan.
Mcilroy, Grimes had gone inside, but he couldn't control the ball, Mcilroy. At least he needed time to. Thomas with Coppell outside. Jordan, Mcilroy and Grimes in the middle. And Naylor thought that was a dive, the referee thought otherwise. Gordon McQueen moving into the area. And there's not an in at the far post by Joe Jordan.
Look how
Mcilroy gets away from his mark on the far post. McQueen makes the run in. They get left 1 against 1, and McAllister was up earlier, but Jordan the more effective. Thomas, some space here. Naylor coming to cut it down. Oh, and Kendall caught in 2 minds, and Mcilroy flicks in a very simple goal. Stratford end in obvious delight, and Sam Mcilroy gives United real breathing space. A real gap on the left side from United's viewpoint. Tottenham's right. You'll see Naylor come across. Now look at Kendall. He changed his mind, hesitated, and just the touch went straight through his legs from Mcilroy. Yeah. Gets away. That's the right ball and a good one. Taylor, who hits a beauty, but straight to the centre of the goal. And Bailey, equal to its power, using that power to flick it up and over. Doubt about which side the corner should be taken from. And Taylor, whose shot produced it, at least with the help of Bailey's save, takes it and gives it rather more comfortably to Bailey the second time. I suppose in any level of football it amounts in the final analysis to taking your chances, and that's what Manchester United have done. Goals scored by Joe Jordan and by Sam Mcilroy take them into the semi-final.
Manchester United attacking the Stretford end in the first half on a pitch which gave cause for concern earlier this week. Plenty of heavy rain in Manchester, and the ground staff have worked overtime to get it in very good playable condition. Here's Brian Robson, and the header was by Ray Stewart, who's gone to play at left back. Suggestion that Lampard will be more on this side, we shall see. For the moment, he's picking up Norman Whiteside as Manchester United get the first free kick, for which Gordon McQueen and Kevin Moran have gone forward. And in goes Stapleton, who must have fouled the goalkeeper. I bumped into Frank Stapleton's father before the match, who was talking about Frank's 2 goals here in front of our cameras last week against Aston Villa. On that occasion, he was penalised for impeding Phil Parks. Now it's Duxbury. Who wins out and finds Whiteside, and Koppel could be away here if Whiteside plays the right ball. 3 others waiting in the centre for a cross. And it's come to Stapleton, who couldn't convert it. Orbiston. And Muren. And Robson. And Manchester United in full cry now. Koppel. Away by Lampard. Cottee. Knocked forward again by Moran. Koppel. Ray Stewart was the offender. And referee David Hutchinson has booked him because he says that was deliberate. West Ham left him absolutely unmarked. It was a free header, and Kevin Moran, who scored against West Ham at Upton Park in the last 2 league meetings on that ground, must feel he should have scored again today. Augustin, Stapleton, Murin, and Van der Elst back to check Augustin. Oh, not quite what he intended. Try again. Whiteside. Curled in, and Billy Bonds on hand to deprive Frank Stapleton of what would surely have been a goal, as Phil Parkes allowed the cross to go. Stapleton's touch, oh, and Coppell! Second week running, Steve Coppell. 1-0 to Manchester United. The Murin corner from the far side produces the goal. The in-swinger curled in with the left foot. Always a dangerous ball. McQueen got up, Stapleton flicked it on, and Steve Coppell drove it in at the far post from the kicker. Whiteside's battling away there. Coppell's in too, and brings Parkes to make a save. Moses! And has it gone in? No, it hasn't, because Parkes, having made the first save and seen Moses cut the ball back, then fell on the rebound in a real scramble. Again, Parkes' kick not carrying too much length, and West Ham having to funnel back again, but that's a good ball out by Lampard. Here's Devonshire. To his left, Paul Allen. 4 others forward with him now as he takes on Moses. It ran on well for Pike, Cotty and Duxbury. Stapleton. As Whiteside's header, Brian Robson is underneath it. And he's put Stapleton away. What a brilliant finish by Frank Stapleton. The goal made by Robson, who goes to congratulate the scorer. And Stapleton, such a mobile forward in helping others, helps himself to one there, when the angle at first seemed to favour the defenders or the goalkeeper. 4 home games for Manchester United in only 13 days, but they still come flocking here in their thousands. Over 44,000 people for this third round cup tie. Right side, and Phil Parkes blocked, but here comes Steve Coppell, and surely Stapleton, and off the line by Billy Bonds, with the goalkeeper nowhere. He had to come earlier and make the save. It wasn't his fault, but he could never have got back. And Stapleton aimed for the empty, well, what he thought was an empty goal, and there was Bonds. West Ham wearing white, playing from the right in the first half, and the prize here, a place in the semi-finals, which could be decided as Whiteside concedes the first free kick, by who is the fresher team after a congested week for both clubs, especially for West Ham, who've got Alan Dickens on the ball now. Stuart. Nice touch by Dickens. Goddard. And a good effort too by Goddard, who's really found some form just of late. He played extremely well against Wimbledon and has come back to form after a poor patch earlier in the season. He got a hat-trick, in fact, in the third round against Port Vale, and he wasn't far away there. Goodman bringing down Jeff Pike. He's coming in and Bailey had to make a save. Defence sleeping a bit. Driven low across the box and Tony Cotty's so sharp. Gary Bailey equally so. Bailey fingertipping the ball away from Steve Walker. Here's Olsen. Whiteside hovering on the far side of the box. Alveston trying to follow up. Beautifully brought down, but Mcilroy in so quickly. And the West Ham fans can be heard loud and clear, and it's not surprising. They've had 2 or 3 very good moments so far. Stapleton checked, otherwise he might possibly have made it. McAllister did. So a lively opening 20 minutes here. McGrath. Hughes is there. Good turn by Hughes. Splendid goal. Hughes scores his 17th goal of this highly successful season for him, and he shows why he's now #1 among the Manchester United strikers. A lovely turn and a sweet finish in a congested penalty area marks him out as the young player to watch, which indeed he's been this season. Paul Allen out on the right, 4 waiting in the centre here. Allen got it across, Hogg, own goal by Hogg. Got the touch inadvertently. West Ham deservedly draw level. They've had enough of the game to warrant that. Beautifully brought down by Goddard in the first place. Released Allen on the right. He took on Alveston. A good crisp cross, but it ricocheted off Graham Hogg, and the Hammers are level. Now Alveston. Whiteside. Into Olsen. Whiteside goes for the return. And away by Walford. And the goalkeeper is coming. So Hogg will go up there now, trying to make amends. Strapping with the corner. Stewart again. Stapleton's in there with Martin. McGrath's header and turned on and in by Norman Whiteside. Whiteside got a touch there that showed pure instinct. Gordon Strachan, who actually seemed to be hit by something before he took that corner, curled the ball in. Stapleton made a nuisance of himself. McGrath got the header goalwards, but Whiteside was the player whose touch put Manchester United back into the lead. For the second Saturday running, a thunderingly enjoyable match at Old Trafford. Walford on Hughes. Whiteside coming in, he's got a
chance here. Yes! Norman Whiteside gets his second and Manchester United's third in the 74th minute. And the Stratford end acknowledge that barring a complete collapse, Manchester United should be into the semi-final of the FA Cup. Graham Hogg took the free kick and Whiteside got away from his marker and he finished well. Goddard. Still West Ham won't give it up. Paul Allen in well here. What a good finish and well deserved. 6 minutes to go and little Paul Allen gives West Ham renewed hope. Goddard beaten by McGrath. Strachan. Gordon Strachan goes for goal. Gets brought down. Penalty. Would you believe it? Manchester United have yet another penalty kick. And Norman Whiteside surely will step forward to try and complete the hat-trick. Strachan doesn't want to know anymore. They've changed the kicker. And Whiteside, not because he's on a hat-trick, but because the players agreed he should take them, has gone to get the ball. Strachan brought down as he went straight through everybody, or tried to. Oh, absolutely no mistake. 2 minutes from the end, they found a new penalty taker, but they found a place, more importantly, in the FA Cup semi-final. Manchester United 4, West Ham 2. Here's Robbins.
Royce Duxbury, the captain. Is he going to do the captain's job? He is. Clayton Blackmore, and in the end, it looked easy.
Was Kevin Dillon. Martin. Robbins. Another good ball to Phelan. And Brock sorts it out and gives it away. Phelan. Curious. That has just come up to the near post. Henderson just on the edge of the 6-yard area. And they all miss it except Robbins. It's in. Robbins has done it again. The goal in the 20th minute. Mark Robbins, second in the FA Cup. Burridge missed it. Truly struck by Robbins, he just nodded it down, which I think Paul Sweeney on the line. But the referee was well placed and immediately pointed to the goal. No foul, says Mr. Vickers. Here's Mark McGee. Aitken has gone outside. McGee, penalty! Bruce bringing down McGee, and a penalty to Newcastle.
James's butt. It does. Into the roof. With Leighton going the other way. Good penalty. By Bradshaw. Anderson. McClare. Stimson for company. Wallace! Yes! Oh, what a finish! What a finish! Right on the hour. Marvellous strike by the little borough. McClare did well. Had Stimson on the wrong foot. But it was made by a superb finish. Just a little dart to the right. My heaven, he thumped it. Rock. Gets to Ranson eventually. Two to find, but he'll wait for the corner. Aitken hovering around the penalty spot. And he's down. And the ball is in. Kevin Scott. Certainly was caught, and Kevin Scott with the header. Jim Leighton unlucky there for me, and the header came off Viv Anderson from Kevin Scott, but it's two apiece. It's looking for Wallace, and may have found him. Little touch, McClare. At last McClare scores. 17 games without a goal. He's chosen a very good moment to end the drought. It was Ince, though, who played the telling ball. A little bit of push and shove there between Wallace and Bradshaw. Turn, and on came McClare, and Manchester United lead 3-2. By no means the best strike of the ball that McClare has ever made, but it could be priceless. Useful cross, no, it's too close to the goalkeeper. The nail biting, but dare not look. Manchester United have, for the third round running, won away from home. Change the angle, Orca one, and Barrett! Oh, Barrett, the scorer! Hughes. Barrett. Bruce. And Ronson! It's 1-1! Stuffed it, but it comes to Gibson, and it's Webb. Irwin. Redfern got away. It's good cross. Marshall! What an unbelievable day this is. Nicked away by McClare. Useful for Wallace. Test of his pace, now test of his finish. And he's equal to both. Milligan. Yes, the space here for Marshall. And Palmer's far side. It's all square again. Wallace.
Phelan starts to make the run. Rick Holden is with him. Phelan wins it, and Milligan. Fine clearance by the Oldham captain. That denied Brian Robson. Pallister challenged by Marshall. Redfern chased by Ince. Too much on the ball from Redfern. Pace is unrelenting. Football is by no means totally classic, but it's again an exciting encounter. Phelan did awfully well to win that. Holden shouldn't have let him, but Milligan did the best of the three. Robson. Redfern. Still Robson. Wallace. Robson just inside. Give it me back. He's screaming to be given it back. Wallace. Oh, he's going to go in. Yes, McClare. Brian McClare. Is that going to be another crucial goal in the FA Cup? Brian Robson, who started the move. Wallace, it got a little nick. And there was McClare all alone. Ritchie. Free kick is given against Bruce. Holden will take it, but not from there. Or indeed not until the substitution has been made. Indication from Gerald, you want to bring on the substitute? And Alec Ferguson declines. The free kick is taken. Owen, it suddenly opened up in front of him. Owen again. Milligan. Holden. Appeal for handball. Not given. Holden's cross, it's a bit short. It runs to Ritchie! Andy Ritchie! The man who began his career as a teenager at Old Trafford has beaten Jim Leighton. And again, in this quite remarkable FA Cup semi-final, it is all square. And it's thoroughly understandable, but exhaustion and nerves are beginning to inhibit the play. But here's Robson, push and shove. And Wallace finding the goalkeeper there before him. The referee didn't blow the whistle.
It was a good little interchange, but good header by Robbins. And there, Irwin trying to shield the ball, stumbles, and Danny Wallace's little legs couldn't stretch out far enough to get a toe-in pass forward.
Official proof that the referee was right. Sudden increase in impetus again. Phelan. Robbins. Yes! What a remarkable record this young man has got. His third goal in the FA Cup. And again, Alec Ferguson's side is within touching distance of Wembley. Took two touches, and then it was a directed rather than a hit shot. Scored against Nottingham Forest. Scored up at Newcastle, scores against Oldham Athletic.
So the first FA Cup final of the 1990s is about to get underway. Palace start the game. As has already been said, this surface is in quite marvellous condition. Brian Robson himself said to me he can't recall
the Wembley pitch looking and feeling better. If you can't play on this, was his pre-match comment, well, perhaps you shouldn't be here. Gray. Well, he was flattened the second time. Danny Wallace. Steve Coppell making a few notes. Of course, they sit so close to each other at Wembley, the two managers. Thorne O'Reilly's in there, and was it over the line? And it's a goal! Gary O'Reilly, after 19 minutes, it was in the net before Steve Bruce could get his foot to it. And Crystal Palace, the underdogs, have taken the lead in precisely the way many people expected. The free kick, I think it was bent in by Barber there. Whether that came off Pallister's head as well, I'm not quite sure. O'Reilly's taken the congratulations. It was bent in by Gray. And was that Pallister or O'Reilly? Anyway, Bruce couldn't keep it out, and Palace are in front. Wallace, good ball in. Hughes is there, McClare. And I think that hit a Palace player last. That's a corner. Webb will take the corner. Pallister on the near post. McClare on the goal line. Bruce and Robson waiting to come in. A back header. Oh, goodness me. I think that was probably Mark Bright who actually got his head to that. So look at it again. Yes, number 9 for Palace. Ince. That's a good-looking ball for McClare. Wallace comes near post. Wallace. McClare. Robson. Goal! Brian Robson equalises for Manchester United after 35 minutes, and Captain Marvel is there again. Now, good play here. Danny Wallace just worked the ball out wide. The cross was delivered long to the far post, and Brian rolls a deflection off a defender as well there. Well, what an exciting cup final we've got here now. Great emotion in the crowd. Palace making them work so hard to get forward. Phelan. Wallace. Ince. Solako having another good game at left back, which was something of an unfamiliar position to him at the beginning of the season. And Paul Ince was the player who stopped there. Webb. Palace dwelling. Wallace. A ricochet. Hughes! 2-1 to Manchester United. And a devastating finish by Mark Hughes. And I have to say the Palace defence were pussyfooting around a bit there, really. They had their chance to clear. Thorne didn't do so. And when it came to Hughes' left foot, that was a deadly goal scorer's instinct. Wallace. Webb back to Wallace, and there goes Robson, onside. Hughes coming in from the far post, but it's Brian Robson, and a good challenge by Alan Pardew, forcing Robson to shoot wide at the last. I would think that Bobby Robson up in the stand, Trevor, would be very pleased to see Brian Robson so active and so involved.
But it's those sort of runs are the ones he's famous for, and that's that sort of run which got him his semi-final goal, wasn't it, against Oldham. But on that occasion, Alan Pardew did very well, worked back. He couldn't quite get in a tackle because it was in a dangerous situation, could have conceded a penalty, but just shouldered him off balance enough so as he couldn't hit a good shot.
Now here's Wright, his first chance to show what he can do, and he's through. It's Wright. Oh, what an impact by the substitute. It's 2-2, and it's Ian Wright who has sent the Palace supporters into ecstasy.
Charlton and the other Manchester United directors will be more than a little concerned here about the outcome, because, as I said earlier on, the club is going through something of a turbulent time at board level as well. Webb, O'Reilly, Salako, who's playing further forward now that Shaw is in an orthodox left-back position here. In fact, Salako is playing wide on the left in Barber's old position. Phelan is challenging him.
Right! Goal! It's Ian Wright again! Palace are in front at 3-2. And Steve Coppell has made one of the great substitutions.
We're coming up to the halfway point in the extra period. This is Ince for Manchester United. And the whistle goes. There's still 15 minutes more. Wembley bathed in sunshine now. Palace leading 3-2. Robson. Webb to Wallace.
Hughes goes through the middle, chance here for 3-3. Mark Hughes! He scores his second of the game, and Manchester United have saved themselves. The ball just chucked through by Danny Wallace, and the central defenders gave him too much space. O'Reilly wasn't close enough, and Hughes steered it past Martin. And with just 7 minutes of extra time to go, the score is 3-3.
Ballister. Now, are we going to see a goal in this Cup final replay? It's also very, very tight, isn't it? There's never been a 0-0 in a Wembley FA Cup final, up to now. Here's Gray, Brian Robson bustling in, then Lee Martin, and Gray appeals to the referee. He's angry now. In fact, it's all a bit tense, isn't it, Trevor?
Well, he got the free kick. I'm not sure what he was complaining about there.
Ince having to hurdle another tackle, and now McClare, he's into the centre much more than the second half. You know, he's moved in from the right hand side, Brian McClare, and he's having some good play and some good touches. This is Wallace, Webb, Lee Martin from left back, an inspired run on the far side, a chance here and a goal. What a tremendous run! Manchester United have taken the lead, and Lee Martin made a run from left back that was, what, 40-50 yards, took it on his chest and smashed it with his right foot past Nigel Martin, and after an hour's play, Manchester United are in front in the cup final. Well, here's the lad who made the difference when he came on in the first game, and it's going to be a similar substitution. Barber off and Ian Wright on. Can he do the trick again for Crystal Palace? Well, I wonder whether the two England players in midfield can keep their grip on this match. Webb with the throw, Robson making the run. They're very involved. You can see them there, look. Flags up. Yes, Brian Robson was fouled. He's right in the thick of it, as always. Robson! Oh, against the bar! And nobody able to seize on the rebound for United, but Lee Martin did in the end, and Robson's there again. Well,
This is the free kick taken by Neil Webb, one England player. We were just mentioning the pair of them a moment ago. Here's Robson, who wins it really well, and the goalkeeper, well, he was a spectator, Nigel Martin, because the header was so good, but it came back off the bar. Celebration has started up there. He still knows so much about the game that he won't take it for granted yet, Sir Matt. Now, Gray is chasing this, so is Bright there. And there's Wright with a chance. Wright, side netting. And it might be fair to say Les Sealey had it covered anyway. But their hearts would have been in their mouths down there. Archie Knox and Alex Ferguson. Brian Kidd makes a point from behind. Alan Gunn checks his watch. Robson for United. And Hughes chasing. And what's going to happen here? Well, he's running to the goalkeeper. We've played a minute of stoppage time already. The referee says to Mark Hughes, calm down. Flag up on the far side. Offside. It isn't the final whistle. It's an offside. Manchester United have won the FA Cup and equalled the record of 7 outright wins. Palace slumped to the ground. Manchester United celebrate Alex Ferguson's first major trophy at Old Trafford. So Brian Robson goes up to receive the most famous trophy in football for a record third time. Manchester United equal the record of Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur. They win the FA Cup for the 7th time.